Hello everyone, welcome back to the new feature video of AB Suite 9.0 Windows Runtime.
Let's move to our next topic, application high availability using network load balancer. In this topic, we will discuss about what NLB offers and other AB Suite features to support application high availability. We understand that network load balancing has several potential use cases and advantages. We will talk about some key benefits here. The NLB offers high availability feature to our server applications. It ensures that our server application remains available even if one or more servers or nodes fail. When a server goes down, traffic is automatically redirected to the healthy servers. Hence, it helps in minimizing the downtime. When there is a need, NLP allows an organization to quickly scale up their server applications by adding more hosts and then distributing the application's traffic among the new hosts. Similarly, if the demand decreases, servers can be taken offline and the feature can balance traffic among the remaining hosts. A network load balancing cluster can scale up to 32 servers. By distributing network traffic across multiple servers or virtual machines, traffic can be processed faster in comparison to a scenario in which all the traffic flows through a single server. In case of any software or hardware failure on a node, network load balancing can ensure traffic is rerouted to the remaining healthy host. This enhances the fault tolerance of your server application. Other than that, what NLB offers, we have also introduced few features to support application high availability for AB Suite. Let's see what are these features one by one. We have introduced a new dialog where you can configure the high availability parameter. This comes under database node. This parameter tells the application deployed for this database are meant for high availability. We have introduced one more feature to control database reorganization operation for HA applications. When an AB Suite system is running on some runtime server, for that only logic only changes are allowed for new deployments. When you try new deployment which invokes database reorg operations, that is, that tries to make database changes, then the following error occurs. We have introduced one more feature to control HA and non-HA deployments. Basically, if the system is already deployed in one server with HA value enabled, then to deploy the same system on another server, you must enable this value. Otherwise, deployment will fail with the error saying same system is deployed on other runtime server with high availability. Enable HA on this server before redoing this deployment. This is the case is the vice versa when the system is already deployed with HA disabled and you try to deploy with HA enabled, then error occurs. In this case, to deploy an highly available application, you need to delete the system on the other server where HA is disabled. Let's understand more about these features through the demonstration. Hello everyone. In this demo, we will see how we can deploy an AB Suite application on two runtime servers and use NLB to route the requests from the client. Also, we will see how to upgrade the AB Suite application when it is running on other runtime servers. Let me log into my runtime servers to show how the NLB configuration looks like. I am connected to one of my runtime server and opened Network Load Balancing Manager here. You can see we have one NLB cluster here named INBLR ABS9 Win NLB, which has cluster IP addresses ending with 107. We also have two nodes added to it named INBLR MVM 3306 and 3300. These two servers will be our AB Suite runtime servers. We can see currently both of our nodes are in connected state and have priorities 1 and 2 respectively. Now let's deploy our AB Suite application on both of these servers. We will first deploy the application on node 1 INBLR MVM 3306. To deploy an application, first we need to create a database server alias. For demonstration purpose, I have already created one server alias named AGL4. Now let's create a runtime database for it. My database is successfully created. While deploying an application to be used for NLB, we need to take care of two things. First is we need to set the high availability option for the runtime database node. You can go to the database node, select all tasks and go to configure high availability parameters. We need to enable this checkbox. Another thing we need to take care of is we need to use unique machine IDs for all the runtime servers participating in NLB configuration. So we will check what machine ID value we have for this node. So for this node, we have machine ID set to 1. We do have two more options here, use machine name and auto generate machine ID. We will talk about these options in our next feature about scaling out our application horizontally. Okay, let's proceed to deploy our AB Suite application. I have already copied the application MSI here in this machine, so we can use runtime transfer to deploy that. We are deploying it on this machine only, so we need to select localhost. DB server registration is AGL4. Database name is our mksampledb and other fields it will auto-populate. We need to enter application user details for deployment. After entering all the details, our deployment process has begun. It will just take few seconds to deploy. We can see the system is successfully deployed. We can go and check in admin tool. Our system node is there. We need to deploy the same system on our other runtime server. We log into other server and deploy the same system. Here also I have created my alias AGL4. Now instead of creating the new database here, we need to use the same database, so we will use attach existing database feature here. This will list out all the available databases on this DB server. We need to select the one which we have just created. My database is successfully attached to this server as well. We need to enable the high availability option for this node as well. This setting is local to each runtime server, so we need to enable every time when we attach or create a database on each runtime servers. We'll also make sure we have a different machine ID set for this machine. So this machine has machine ID set to 2. So we can uniquely identify these two runtime servers based on this machine ID value. Here also I have that MSI present, so I can use runtime transfer to deploy my application. We need to use domain users so that we can use same users details on both the runtime servers. The deployment process has begun. Yeah, our system is deployed on this runtime server as well successfully. We will verify both our runtime systems are configurable. Yes, my system is up and running on this machine. I will check on the other server. Yes, we have deployed our application on both of them successfully. Now we will see how we can connect to these servers using NLB from a different client. I am connected to my client machine where I have component enabler installed, and I have deployed my client application mksample underscore ASP.NET to connect to the runtime servers on NLB cluster. To connect to the nodes on through NLB, we need to make some changes in the web.config file of this application. We need to change the host URI to use the NLB cluster IP address instead of the individual runtime server IP address. The port number remains the same as of the Rattle socket running on both the servers. Now we will see how it connects to the runtime server. You can see our application menu screen is loaded. We have made some changes to our sample system to show which host it is currently connected to. So we can see it is currently connected to INPLR MVM 3306. So all the requests what we do now will be served from this server only. We will try some read operations. See inquire product 1. We could see we are able to get some results here. So currently we are connected to host INPLR MVM 3306. Now we will see if we bring the server down, how this application can connect to the other available runtime servers. We will go to the network load balancer manager and stop this server on NLB. We can check the current status is my only one node is connected and other one is in stopped state. Now we will see if our client application can still make connection to this runtime server. Yes, now we see we are connected to the other host 3300. Once we have taken down the previous host 3306. So this is how when one server goes down, our applications can connect to the other available servers if we have used NLB cluster IP address in our client configuration site. Now we will bring the server again back online and try how the new client request will go to the particular server. We'll keep our sessions connected for this server and try to open the new connection from different browser. You can see now we are connected to the other host 3306. So this is how the network will be routed to different servers to balance the loads. Let's now see one more use case of NLP to upgrade our application while it is in use. That is keeping the application running on other runtime servers. To use this, you can use a drain stop command on NLB cluster to take one of the node offline. By using the drain stop command, this node will continue to serve the active client connections, but NLB will not redirect the new client request to this server. Now we can see the state of the two nodes. So one is still converse state and other one is in draining state. So it has started draining all the active connections. Once all the active connections drops out, this will go to the stopped state. Now we will disconnect from this session and wait for this node to go to stopped state. So all the new requests are currently served by only one runtime server 3300. The server has changed its state from training to stopped state. Now we can stop the AB Suite application on this server and install the new version of upgraded application. I have already built the application with some logic only changes that we will see after bringing the server up after upgradation. So I have made some logic changes just to print the message welcome to AB Suite 9.0 with the new upgrade. We'll quickly install the new version of this application. Our new deployment process has begun. Yes, the new system is successfully deployed. Here, if you closely check the logs, we can see that it logs the same system is running on other runtime servers. So we are able to deploy the new version of applications on other runtime servers while keeping the application running on other runtime server. Now we will take this upgraded server online and add back to the NLB again. We will check to make a new client connection. You can see now I am connected to the new version of applications from 3306 and you can see the new change done for the application to print the message welcome to AB Suite 9.0. This is how we can upgrade our application server without having a downtime. Similarly, we can take the other servers offline and do the upgrade as we have done for this server. Let's also understand what happens if we want to upgrade the application which requires database changes. This time we will take the other server offline to try this exercise. Now we have stopped this node 3300 and we will try upgrading our application here which has database changes. First we need to stop the running system. Then we will try to install an MSI that requires the dbgorg operation to make some database changes. Keeping the thing in mind, like the application is still running on other runtime servers. The deployment process has begun. We will see how the results come out. You could see the database reorganization is skipped and it is logged as an error message like stop the running system before redoing this deployment, and database deployment has failed. So this will not allow to make any database changes while the application is running on other runtime servers. Yeah, this covers all the features developed for application high availability using NLP. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you find it informative.